Do you have problems with tennis elbow or other pains in or around your elbow joint? If so, this is going to be a great video for you to check out. My name is John Clark with the Posture Pain Connection. I'm certified by the Egoscue Institute to perform postural therapy. Today we're covering elbow pain from the perspective of Pete Egoscue's book, Pain Free, and this menu is on page 250 of the second revised and updated edition. Now, this is going to address the postural issues in other parts of the body that are the most common causes of most types of elbow pain. And I'm going to get into that list right now. This routine for elbow pain has 8 exercises in it. The first is unilateral standing chest openers. The second is bilateral standing chest openers. The third is hanging. Fourth is wall elbow curls. Fifth, static extension. Next is wall clock, then cats and dogs, and finally progressive supine groin. Now, these 8 exercises are going to be super powerful for fixing most types of elbow pain. And I'm going to be providing brief explanations about why we're doing each exercise and what they accomplish for you and from a postural perspective. If you want any additional or full video instructions, you can check out the cards above for as many as they'll let me put there. Or, of course, in the video description down below, I've got links to every exercise that will have full instructions, and I've broken this video up into chapters. So if you're familiar with an exercise, go ahead and skip past that one, go to the next one that you don't know. I want to make this as easy for you to help start treating that elbow pain. Let's get into these explanations. Now, of course, you're going to want to be doing these exercises as close to every day as you can to begin treating this elbow pain. It's all about consistency. It's simple, but it's not necessarily easy, right? So let's be sure you stick with it and follow all of these explanations to the best of your ability. Now, the first exercise is standing unilateral chest openers. This is a simple exercise, but there are a few finer points that you want to make sure you get right. You need to make sure that your arm is completely straight, there's no bend in that elbow, and we also don't want the elbow hyperextended. So try to get the elbow into a natural position, as you can see in these tips. Secondly, once you start these rotations, you want to make sure that you are not letting your shoulder blades do the work. The work should be coming from between the shoulders and the wrist. And that's where all the rotation happens. If you can film yourself or look in a mirror, if you see that that shoulder start to pull up or pull down, depending on which part of the rotation you're in, you're trying too hard. You need to take it a little easier, actually. And of course, as the name implies, this is a chest opening exercise. We are helping to reduce compensations in the chest for what the shoulder should be doing. And this is going to be really effective for people with either rounded shoulders or if their shoulders are stuck in, or their shoulder blades are stuck in retraction. Now, the second exercise is obviously closely related to the first. This is standing bilateral chest openers. And the difference here is that now we've got the body facing the wall, we've got both hands on the wall, we're reducing compensations between the two sides of the body, both between both pecs, both shoulders, both shoulder blades. And this is going to be great for obviously neutralizing the body and getting those chest muscles to release, or the muscles in the back to release as well. Now, the third exercise is called hanging. And obviously this is a fairly simple exercise, mostly just bending down to touch your toes, right? But there are a few postural finer points, just like in the previous exercises, that you want to make sure you're abiding by. You really want to make sure that your hips aren't bailing backwards, that your butt isn't sticking out when you bend down. We are keeping the ankles, knees, and hips in perfect vertical alignment to the best of our ability. And if you're having trouble with that, be sure to check out the instructions for this video, because I've got a way that you can start addressing that as well. Now, this is not a race to the floor. Wherever you can go is fine. If you're doing these exercises every day, right? So as long as you're consistent, you'll be able to increase that mobility over time. The fourth exercise is wall elbow curls. And what we're really doing here is reteaching the shoulder how to function as a hinge joint, not just a ball and socket. We're reteaching the proper form of how it should work as a hinge. You know, we're using this golfer's grip, so you want to be sure to check out that video to learn all about the proper technique for this if you're having trouble. But we have these arms the hands right above the ears. We're keeping the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists in one vertical plane while reteaching that hinge motion of the shoulder. This is going to help with protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades in a functional manner, the way they were designed to work. We'll get back to the content in just a beat. I want to take a few moments to let you know about the other offerings of the Posture Pain Connection. Now, if you're having problems with this exercise or routine or anything else posture related, you can always email me at info@theposturepainconnection.com and schedule your free video chat postural consultation to help jumpstart your postural therapy process. That's not all. I've also got a Facebook group. It's brand new, called Posture Monsters. There's a link in the description down below, or you can just search Posture Monsters on Facebook and request to join. It's a great place to ask anything posture related and build a community about helping to get more people's chronic pain under control. You know, this process, the Egoscue method, is so powerful that it got me from being in a wheelchair to being able to do things, athletics like playing golf, disc golf. I can hike in the mountains. I can do all types of great things, all the stuff that I want and need to do. And I want to help you conquer your chronic pain as well. So if you're interested, be sure to check out that email or that Facebook group. The fifth exercise is static extension. Now, static extension is a great way to begin getting your spine back to that natural S curve. If you've got anterior pelvic tilt, this is going to help reduce that exaggerated curve in the spine. If you've got posterior pelvic tilt, this is going to help reestablish or get rid of that C shape of the spine and get it back to that natural S curve. That's really what static extension is all about. Sixth is wall clock. This is another new one on this channel. Now, wall clock is similar to another exercise I've covered before, floor blocks. If you've not familiar with that, you can check out the link in the description below. The difference between floor blocks and this exercise is that on floor blocks, we're on the floor doing this motion. With wall clock, we're doing it against the wall, facing the wall. Now, it's really crucial that you make sure you keep your toes pigeon-toed for the whole time, and that you, in each of these three positions of wall clock, are trying to keep your arms in as much external rotation as you can manage. Because if you've got those rolled shoulders, rolled shoulders, you are also going to have problems in your bicep, or not necessarily biceps, but arms in the muscles in the arms to various degrees that are impinging the function of that shoulder. So this is really going to be helping us reestablish the proper link between the shoulders and the wrists, and you know what? The elbow's right between those. Next is cats and dogs. If you're familiar with yoga, you've probably done this one before, but we do it for a different purpose in postural therapy than what is often done as yoga. So, and you know what? So many people do this exercise wrong. They just do this up and down motion with the spine. What I really teach in the video on this is getting this sinusoidal motion, driving, if this was my pelvis and my hips, driving the motion from the pelvis and getting the upper body to respond to what's happening in the pelvis. So make sure you check out that video if you think you might be doing cats and dogs wrong. The last exercise in this menu is progressive supine groin. Now, you can do this exercise with a specialized Egoscue tower like I'm showing on the video here, but if you don't have one of those, or if they're not available for purchase right now, you can also do this with just a step ladder at your house. So I don't have any quick tips for this one. This is an in-depth exercise. While it's simple and static, you're just laying there, there are a lot of finer points that you need to make sure that you're abiding by, and you need to figure out when it's proper to go from one level to the next. I explain all that in my progressive supine groin video. The instructions are in the card right here and in the description down below. Be sure to check that out because I can't fit all these quick tips on the screen here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video informative and useful, and if you did, I hope you consider sharing it with a friend or loved one who's also suffering from chronic pain. Now, if you have any questions or video suggestions, you can drop them in the comment below. If you're having problems with your postural therapy routine or you need more support, you can check out my Facebook community, Posture Monsters. You can search it on Facebook or just click the link in the description down below. Additionally, if you need some one-on-one help, you can email me at info@theposturepainconnection.com to schedule your free video chat postural consultation and jumpstart your postural therapy process. Now, this is such a powerful method. It got me from wheelchair to being able to play sports and doing the things I need to do. I really would love to help you conquer chronic pain as well. My name is John Clark with the Posture Pain Connection. I hope you have a functional and pain-free day, but if you don't, be sure to contact me.